Hi, my name's Ashley, for y'all who don't know. This is my first video, and so I'm a little nervous. I wanted to make these videos. I want to continue to do them because I have a lot of health conditions, and a lot of them people don't understand. And before I even understood it, uh, I felt alone in it because some of the conditions aren't necessarily rare, but they're not well known. And so I kind of suffered in silence for years. And I think that there's a lot of people out there who still do. They either know what's wrong with them, but don't know anyone around who can relate, or they don't know what's wrong. And hopefully, by watching this, they can recognize some things and figure some things out. And two, for the people who are around the people who are going through it. Sometimes they don't know how to express it or understand it, and hopefully this video and all my other ones can help the caretakers kind of see what it's like on the other side. So I guess I will start off by naming all the conditions that I deal with on a daily basis and a little background about that, and then throughout my other videos I'll go into detail and different things like that. Otherwise it'd be like a 30-minute video. So let's first start off. I have acid reflux, also known as GERD. It's when your stomach acid basically comes back up along with your food, and it can burn your esophagus and damage anything that it touches basically. It can even come through your sinuses. It's terrible. It sucks. But that's a stomach thing. I also have asthma. It's not such a big deal, but I don't suffer with it so much, but it's there. And the last attack I had was during surgery, so I woke up not being able to breathe, and I had to stay in the hospital for some days. It was a mess. It runs through my family. My brothers had it, my dad's had it, so that's that. The other thing, I have IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. It's basically my stomach is pretty moody and decides to do whatever it wants to do. If it want to stop working and I'm constipated, then that's what it does. Oh, as pre-warning, for those who aren't comfortable with words like constipated, poop, vagina, vulva, whatever, you should probably, go ahead and like the video and then stop it, because I'm going to be talking a lot about that. So if you're uncomfortable with it, just support me, like me on Facebook. Bye. Okay, for those who are good. I also have gastroparesis. That's when the nerves and everything in my stomach don't work properly, so I can't digest food the way a normal person does. And so I could actually get food poisoning by eating and it not being digested and like rots in my stomach. So that's that. Let's see what else I have. I made a little list thing, so I won't get off topic. Oh, okay. I have IC, which is interstitial cystitis. It has to do with my bladder. It's the nerves, and I'm missing a layer and all this stuff. Most of everything, I've had to change my diet for all the things that I'm listing. Another thing I have is PCOS. It's polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's pretty self-explanatory. Poly, mini, cyst on my ovaries. And I also have pelvic floor spasms. It's the muscle that holds all of your organs, basically, along with your hips and your pelvic and all that stuff. And they spasm, and it's like, oh, that's not such a big deal. Well, it is, because it affects all of your organs. And for me, it affects my lower organs, hips, and thighs, and pelvis, of course. So that's that. And then the big one is endometriosis. I say that's the big one because that's the one I'm dealing with right now. In a few days, I'll be having surgery for it. That'll be my 4th surgery for endometriosis. It's basically when everything in your tubes come out of your tubes and then set up camp on all your little organs and then go and have parties every month. That's basically what it is. So I'll go into detail about the surgery and stuff later. The last but not least, actually, no, I have 2 more. Vulvodynia. That's basically for a woman's part, if you open up the lips and all the stuff that you can see is considered the vulva. And all those things are hypersensitive that it causes pain. So just by touch, or sometimes not even by touch, I just get pain from it. So you can imagine how that affects my sex life. And I also have fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia is considered to be the cause of overactive nerves. I don't know. They don't really know what causes it. They barely know how to treat it. But for me, it affects my arms, my back, my stomach, like as far as abdomen, not my intestines, and thighs. Somebody could just poke me and it feels like they bruised me. That's the best way I can describe it. So yeah, that's all the things that I deal with on a daily basis. I have other things, but they don't, affect me as much as all those that I listed. Now, if you have any of those, or you think you might, I'm going to make videos about each one of those. So hopefully that can help you. And if you know that you have it, then just know that you're not alone in it. And I'm not afraid to talk about it, because I have to talk about sex and poop and all that stuff with strangers all the time. So it's pretty hard to embarrass me now. My next video will be about my endometriosis surgery, since that's the one that's about to happen in a few days. I want to walk you through it, tell you all the things to expect. Y'all are going to go to the hospital with me, pre-op with me, even when I wake up from surgery. I'm going to show all of that so you can try to take all the surprise out of it, since I'm kind of like a vet when it comes to endometriosis surgery. And I also want to give you some tips on before and after surgery, just things you just don't know or don't know to ask. So yeah, that's about it for this video. So just share it if you want, like me on Facebook, and hopefully I'll get better at doing these video things. I think that's about it. So I'll see you guys later.